agraṇīgrāmaṇīḥ śrīmān nyāyō nētā samīraṇaḥ sahasramūrdhā viśvātmā sahasrākṣaḥ sahasrapāt.
Agraṇīhi. Agra always means tip. The tip of the bow, the sharp pointed tip of an arrow, of a spear. The tip which is very, very sharp and pointed. That is what agra means. Even the mountain tip, peak we say, means the tip over there. So agraṇīhi. Agra means tip. Agraṇī means peak. So peak means something which is very, very high, which we want to, which is a challenge to us, and we want to climb up to the peak, Mount Everest peak. It's a challenge for everybody, therefore they make an effort to climb up to the peak. That's the meaning over here. So agraṇīhi means one who guides us and takes us to the peak. So what is the peak, or what is the goal, ultimate goal or ultimate peak of human endeavor? It is a realization to reach Him. Bhagavan is the goal, for ultimate goal for all of us. If we reach Him, we have reached everything. After that, there is nothing more for us to do. So therefore, He is represented as the goal for us. Ultimate, highest goal. There can be nothing higher than that. There can be nothing more noble or better than that. It is the final goal, final destination for all of us. So that is indicated by the word agra. Now to reach that goal, which is God realization or Jivan Mukti, we have to do a lot of sadhana. We have to start our spiritual yatra, spiritual journey. It's not going to be easy. There will be ups and downs. Sometimes we walk 2 steps and we come back for 10 steps. Again we start our journey. We sidetrack. We move away from the national highway and go into the by-lanes. And then again we have to come back. It's a very, very difficult journey. In the Kathopanishad, the teacher tells us, spiritual journey is like walking on a sharp edge, knife. It's impossible for us to walk on a razor's edge or a knife's edge. Knife is very sharp. So if we try to walk on it, we are going to bleed. And the balancing also should be done. Supposing we can put one step after the other, we have to make sure we don't fall off onto the left side, right side, or onto the left side. So it's not at all easy for us. Who will see us through and through our spiritual journey? Bhagavan alone will see us through our journey. That's the meaning of agraṇīhi. He will take us to where He is. So when we say Krishna alone is my gati, Shiva alone is my gati, gati has got 2 meanings. Gati means goal. Gati also means the path. So Bhagavan is both the goal and the path for us. He is the end and the means for us. So agraṇīhi, agra is also He. Goal is He. End is He. How to reach that goal or the end, the path or the means also is He only. So He will walk with us side by side, taking us along with Him, because it is ultimately a journey towards Him. It's not going to be easy. So He is the one who will guide us, lead us till we reach Him. Once we have reached Him, we have reached Him. After there is nothing for us to do. We have become Him. Lakshmi also means the same thing. Lakshmi means to guide us, to take us step by step, to take us. So Lakshmi doesn't only mean wealth, material wealth. She represents for us values, without which we can't even start our spiritual journey. Without which we can't call ourselves a devotee. We may call ourselves a devotee. I am a Krishna devotee or a Shiva devotee. But 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan tells us, he or she is my devotee who has got all these values. So Lakshmi, Sampat should be there. So she represents that. Then she represents Vidya Lakshmi also, Saraswati. Saraswati is none other than Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge. And then slowly she has to take us, lead us up to where she is. 𝐻𝐻𝐤 𝐚𝐿𝐻 𝐷𝐤. There's one more song by Dikshitar, very beautiful song on Lakshmi. I don't get immediately the words. It's a Sanskrit song. Step by step, you must take me to the ultimate goal or to the ultimate destination. Having reached it, I will not come back again. And we can't dash into it. It's not a revolution. We can't be hasty. Haste makes waste. We have to walk, but slowly we have to walk. It's an evolution. It's not a revolution. So slowly we have to walk. We have to put step by step forward. So very beautifully that song is there wherein Lakshmi is being invoked over there. Like Dasuru says, 𝐻𝐻𝐤 𝐚𝐿𝐻 𝐷𝐤. Why he didn't say come in, dash in and dash out. He says 𝐻𝐻𝐤 𝐚𝐿𝐻 could step by step mother come into my life. Similarly, the song by Dikshitar also on Lakshmi Devi. He says slowly enter into my life, step by step mother. Enter and walk with me step by step, because I do not know the fast mode, I do not know. So you slowly along with me walk. So step by step she must come. The Navaratri that we have just finished, to remove the spiritual ignorance that is there in us, Amavasya, for its laya to happen, for its total destruction, Mahalaya to happen, we can't just do, it's not just, it just doesn't happen like that. And we reach the state of fulfillment. Exceptions are there, rare masters are there, wherein it's like they have bypassed everything. At one point they were here, identified with our mortal plane of existence. Next moment they have reached the state of realization. But for the average human being, it's a slow process. So therefore all the 9 days over there, every day what are we doing? We are moving closer and closer and closer to her. There the divinity is being invoked in the form of feminine form. Avarnas are there. We are all wrapped up or covered up with layers of ignorance, grossest to subtle. So slowly one by one we have to drop them or remove them. So every day we should have progressed a little. So step by step, stage by stage we have to move. Who will help us? Bhagavan will help us. agraṇīgrāmaṇīḥ. Grāmaṇīḥ. Grama means village, we know that. What is village? Village is nothing but a collection of houses. Where there are a few houses, we call it as a village. Single house is there, we don't call it as a village at all. So grama always stands for a collection. So grama, collection of houses. It can also be a collection of anything. Collection of cows, collection of, it represents group. A mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, the devatas, they are all gramas only. In the 13th chapter, Bhagavan used the word Indriya Grama. We have got 5 sense organs of perception, Jnanendriya, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. Krishna calls it as a grama, cluster of or a collection of sense organs through which we go into the world outside, or the world enters into us through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. So all the 5 of them are called as a grama. So grama always means a collection, a group or a subgroup, subgroup. So many are there. In a big group there are subgroups over there. So a college, an institution is a grama. Why so? It's a collection of students. But there again there are subgroups. First year BSc, second year BSc, third year BSc, and there again BA. So many groups are there. So groups will always have subgroups. All grams. So in a big grama called the cosmos, there are smaller gramas. In that grama again there are still smaller mini gramas. Who looks after all of them? Grāmaṇīḥ. Who looks after all the gramas, all the groups, all the collection? Bhagavan is the one who looks after every one of them. It is also called by a name Gana. Gana means groups. Ganita, number, collection over there. This many number. The 20, 25, 40. So Gana also means group, collection, a flock of, a herd of. Pati means Lord. Ganapati. When we say Ganapati, it means the Lord of all Ganas. It doesn't mean only Ganas who are there in Shiva, in Kailasa. Anything that we can classify under a group. In botany, in zoology, we classify plants, we classify animals into groups, subgroups, family, subfamily, all are Ganas only. So like that, for the entire cosmos, which is a big grama, which contains tiny little gramas, smaller gramas, in that small grama, mini gramas are there. For all of them, who is the master, who is the regulator, who is the one who controls, who is the one who leads and guides? Bhagavan alone. In that sense, 𝐺𝐝. So Ganapati is the best example for this. śrīmān, we've already gone through this word. One who is, Shri means auspiciousness, Shri means wealth. Again, we are not just talking about material wealth, all assets in our life, which adds to our life, is Shri. Shri means glory, Shri means Vidya, Shri means strength. Everything that is which is an asset to us comes under the category of Shri. Shri means beauty. So therefore śrīmān means one who is the master of Shri. śrīmān. This interpretation has come, but for a different nama, so we won't go through it in great detail. śrīmān. nyāyah. Nyāyah means, we know nyāya means justice. When do we say justice delivered? After a long debate, it's the logical conclusion of something. It can be a reward or it can be a punishment. It can be anything depending on in the context. So some wrong action has been done. So there's an argument, debate for, against, etc. Reasoning is there. Everything is there. Yukti is there. Logic, argument is there. Debate, tarka is there. Debate is there. And finally we come to the logical conclusion. And that we say justice delivered. The justice delivered, for that to happen, so many things should have happened earlier. So we can equate it to karma pala. Karma we have done, that karma matures in time. So many factors are taken into consideration. It's not just the activity we do, the motive behind it, how much of self-effort we put in, what was our focusing, concentration, so many things over there make up the final karma pala, which is the logical conclusion or end to the karma. So justice over here stands for karma pala over here. So Bhagavan is the karma pala data and he is the karma pala itself. In the Gita he says, what karma pala you get because of the activity karma that you did, I alone am that, he says. So everything is karta, he is willing and wishing, he is not my will, thy will be done. When we are participating in the activity, he says, you are not the karta, I alone am the doer. And then when the karma pala comes, he says, not only I am the giver of the karma pala, I am the karma pala itself, which comes to you. And who enjoys it? We thought we are the ones who are enjoying it. Bhokta. Naham bhokta, hari bhokta. Even the karma pala, he alone enjoys it. So in this whole journey, there is no ego at all, there is no I. It is all only Lord and Lord and Lord. In that sense, nyāyā, the cosmic justice we say. Everything that we do, activities, whether at the external gross level outside or inside, we are thinking, we are expressing our emotions with not yet expressed outside. Everything is an activity we are doing. Gross activity outside, subtle activity inside, thinking, planning, scheming, all of them are there. It can be good, it can be bad. Therefore, all are in different fields of activity. All of them have to be taken to their logical conclusion. Every karma has to end itself or fulfill itself in a karma pala. That is called justice delivered. So who is it? Bhagavan himself is the justice, means he himself is the karma pala which comes to us. So the whether, like I said, whether it is the punishment, why punishment? Because the wrong we did, or because of the wrong we have done. So it's not that Bhagavan is sitting over there and punishing us for the wrong actions we have done. Our own activities mature themselves in space, in time, and come back to us in the form of the karma pala. So if we have done good, good will come back to us as a karma pala. If we have done wrong things, that itself will go mature, fructify, and come back to us in the form of maybe a punishment, in the form of a suffering, or some sorrow, some grief, some trouble, some challenge for us, some hurdle, some obstacle. That is called as justice, nyāyā. Bhagavan makes sure that everything comes to its logical conclusion from his standpoint. So from his standpoint, nothing is a mistake. I was always good, but this happened to me. I was very good. I did all the right things, but this happened to me. I studied very well for the exam, but I didn't get good results. Which means justice, according to us, justice delivered is not right. But from his standpoint, justice delivered is the most appropriate thing that we should get at that point of time. We only get what we deserve and we don't get what we desire. So in that sense. So not only outside karma transforming itself into a karma pala, even the knowledge that is there in us. We read our shastras, shravana we hear, then we read, we reflect on it. What are we doing inside? We are doing tarka within ourselves, manana. Is this okay? Is that okay? Did the teacher mean this? Did the teacher mean this? So we are doing all that. We are contemplating on it, yukti. So after our shravana, after our manana comes nididhyasa. Finally all this should lead us to its logical conclusion. What is it? Experience. What experience? The divine experience, which is called as God realization. So justice also means that the highest justice that can happen to a person is Jivan Mukti, Moksha. So from where to where we can interpret this simple word called justice. It starts off from becoming a karma pala for a simple activity that we have done, till finally when divine experience, God's state of realization happens to a person, when the divine experience happens to a person, when the divine anubhava happens, that also is justice only. Why? Because before that all the other phases have been taken care of. So nyāyah, nētā. Nētā means leader. We've already seen ഗ്രാമണീഹി, something similar to the leader, who the one who takes everybody forward, who works for the welfare and the well-being not of himself but for everybody around him and about him. Such a person is called as a leader. Therefore in the Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter, Krishna says, amongst the men I am the king, because the king leads the people. He is a role model also, and he leads. He takes the country or the kingdom forward. It should become prosperous. It should become self-sufficient. There are so many things. Who is the one who looks after all that? King. And who is the Lord who looks after maintenance, who nurtures, nourishes us, sustains us? Vishnu. So we always say the king is Vishnu Amsha in that sense. So amongst all men, Bhagavan identifies himself with the one who is a leader. Leader means king over there. One who leads. So nētā means one who leads everybody, who looks after everybody, who controls everybody in the right way. So nētā, samīraṇaḥ, again, they both again can be interrelated. Samīraṇaḥ means one who administers very beautifully. It's not just enough to sit on the throne over there. The king sits on an asana called simhasana. Simha there means dharma. Simha stands for Dharma. Because if we reverse the word Simha, it becomes Himsa. Himsa means violence. Himsa means adharma. Therefore, the opposite of that is Dharma. That's why Bhagavan again identifies himself with Simha. Amongst the animals, I am the king of the jungle. The king of the jungle is Simha. We went through it also earlier. The word Simha had come. And we saw why Bhagavan identifies himself with Simha also. So Simhasana means the seat of Dharma. So when a nētā, when the leader sits on the seat of Dharma, only then he can protect us, nurture us, nourish us, guide us, and make the state or the country or the kingdom prosperous. Golden era it will become. But if the leader sits on a Himsasana, ulta of Simha, then we know what will happen. Kamsa ruling, Hiranyakashipu ruling, Jarasandha ruling. So therefore, samīraṇaḥ means not only should he be a nētā, he is a leader. Somehow or the other he has become the king. But he should have in him these qualities of efficiently the administrative quality should be there in him, to make sure that everything is functioning smoothly. Not only, and with respect to the Lord, not only administration should happen outside properly, efficiently. In nature, everything has to happen at the right time, even within our souls. Breathing in, breathing out. So there is a leader in us. Nētā, who is the leader? Bhagavan is the leader in us. What is he leading? What is he looking after? Our equipment, body, mind, intellect. He is looking after all of them. And he makes sure that they stay in their places and they function properly. The dynamism also is being looked after. It's very important. Otherwise, nothing will, the whole personality will collapse. So, nētā, samīraṇaḥ, sahasramūrdhā, sahasrākṣaḥ, sahasrapāt. Those three we will take it up maybe next time. Before that, after that sahasramūrdhā, there is a one word, viśvātmā. We have already gone through the meaning. Ameātma, viśvātmā. Vishwa means this dynamic, pulsating world of things and beings, which is all very, very alive. We don't have living beings and non-living beings. From our standpoint, all are living. In the sense, all have life. All are alive. The chair is alive, the table is alive. Why? Because it has got life in it. Who is there? Bhagavan is there in the form of life, in the table, in the chair, in all inert, insentient things. That is why they exist. Remove Bhagavan from all the things, the thing will just disappear from our view. So therefore, Vishwa means stands for everything which is alive. That world which has got dynamism, that world which has got aliveness. Our science, physics tells us, nothing is static, nothing is stationary, everything is moving, everything is vibrating. Even the God particle is vibrating, means it has got dynamism. So Vishwa stands for that, Atma, Viśvātmā. He is Vishnu. He pervades from outside and he permeates into everything. He not only is from outside, also engulfs everything, pervades the whole world of things and beings. That is why we say the 14 worlds are in him. He is pervaded from outside, but he enters into each and everything, including the tiniest particle which we call as God particle. He is sitting over there inside. He is the Atman of the God particle, and he is the Atman of the cosmos. He is the Atman of the solar system. In that sense. So Viśvātmā, the very inner vital essence in everything and in every being, small or big, because of which it exists. Whether we can see it or not, God particle we can't see, but still we know it exists. Therefore he is called as Viśvātmā. The other three we will do it together. Sahasramūrdhā means, Sahasra means 1,000. Here, this Sahasra doesn't mean 999 plus 1. It's not a mathematical number over here. Sahasra means many. That's what it, numerous. But to say numerous, they'll have to say infinite. Infinite means we don't get the concept. How large is it? Infinite number of beads. Tell me the count, we will say. We are not comfortable with that number infinite because it transcends our system of understanding. Therefore, the teachers have given to us a number, not too small, not too big. Sahasra. But it doesn't mean, like I said, 999 plus 1. It means innumerable, numerous. So, sahasramūrdhā means one who has got endless, numerous, innumerable heads. One who has got sahasrākṣaḥ, one who has got numerous, innumerable, endless eyes. Sahasrapāt, one who has got many legs, feet. How much? Sahasra means I can't count it. So many heads the Lord has got. Therefore we call him sahasramūrdhā. Many eyes he has got. Therefore we call him sahasrākṣaḥ. Many legs or many feet he has got. Therefore we call him sahasrapāt. In the sense, we can't think of a picture in front of us of a God having 1,000 heads or 1,000 eyes. We can't go to a painter and say, paint this and give literal meaning. Where will they paint the 1,000 eyes or 1,000 heads or the 1,000 feet or the legs? It's impossible, it is. So it's not more of reading a word meaning over here. It is a lakshanartha, not a padartha. We must go into the significance of it. So in the head is our intellect. In the intellect is our intelligence. By saying sahasramūrdhā, Bhagavan means I am the intelligence in all intellects. Whatever be the intelligence. Intelligence doesn't mean going to school or college and getting degrees. One who has not gone to school also is intelligent. In the 7th chapter, Bhagavan says, Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. I am the intelligence in the intellect. So each one of us has got intellect. 2 of us, 2 intellects. 10 of us, 10 intellects. 100,000 of us, 100 intellects, 100,000 intellects. He is the intelligence in all of us. All of you put your brains together and work. That's the meaning there. So sahasramūrdhā means Bhagavan is ultimately the intelligence in the individual, in the micro, and is the intelligence in the macro or the universal. So all intelligence ultimately is He. He is represented by the word sahasramūrdhā. Sahasrākṣaḥ, sahasrapāt. Similarly, we will go through it next. Aksha means eyes. We see with our eyes. She sees with her eyes. He sees with his eyes. So it's not the eyes over there. The power of vision or the power of seeing in all of us is Bhagavan. Eyes may be there. Physical eyes we have got. Blind person. I never knew he is blind. Eyes look so healthy. But the power of vision is not there. So by saying sahasrākṣaḥ, it means I am the power of vision in all eyes. Therefore the Lord can say all eyes are mine. Why? Because without me no eyes can see. In that way. Sahasrapāt. I'll do it quickly so that there is a a conclusion. We can go back to it a little more. Next. Sahasrapāt, feet. Feet means locomotion. Locomotion doesn't only mean walking with their leg. Dynamism. All legs are mine. In the sense, without him, we can't put one step forward. So if I have to put one step forward, if she has to put one step forward, if he has to put one step forward, the power of locomotion must be there. And at a very larger perspective, locomotion means dynamism, action. Who is behind it all? Bhagavan alone is behind it all. So we shouldn't restrict it only to legs over there. Legs means locomotion. Locomotion means movement, motion, dynamics. So Sahasrami, I am the dynamism behind all, I am the dynamics behind all dynamism, is what the Lord is saying over here. So if the God particle is moving, if the tree is moving, if the leaf is moving, if the waters are moving in the river, if our heart is it's moving, lungs are moving, eyelids are moving, and of course when we are walking, that also is included. All dynamism is He only. He gives lens to us, dynamism. So all dynamics, ultimately behind it all, who is there? It is only the Lord. In all places, at all times, under all situations and conditions. Therefore we say sahasramūrdhā, sahasrākṣaḥ, sahasrapāt. It comes in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. It comes in Purusha Sukta also. So with this, the 24th stanza is over. The 25th one, we will enter into it, go through it in the next class.